Please start, sir.
Okay, thank you for inviting me to be part of this program and World Down Syndrome Day. And I'm pleased to be with you all. And I'll speak briefly on the mental health of people with Down syndrome. Let me start with an example. Priya, it's not a real name, is a 17, 18-year-old girl. And parents noticed that she was very affectionate and caring towards babies. And they thought that they could start a babysitting center, and then they started that. And in that babysitting center, Priya was the one who was doing most of the work of caring for the babies, and the babies loved her. And their parents also were very happy with Priya, and of course the family was really pleased and happy and satisfied with what was happening. So this is an example of someone with Down syndrome who is not only enjoying positive mental health, but also contributing as a productive member to the society. So what this example shows is that people with Down syndrome, in spite of all their limitations and problems and disabilities, can enjoy good mental health, positive mental health, and it is possible to preserve this positive mental health by certain steps. However, sometimes the problems can occur and they can develop, and this can be a big source of trouble for children themselves and also for their families. Take the case of this boy, only 8-year-old boy, Manoj, not his name again, who has for 3-4 years has been having a lot of challenging behaviors, problem behaviors. He is very restless, doesn't sit in a place, keeps running around all the time, interferes with everybody's work, and he is very impulsive. You really can't make out what he's going to do next. And sometimes he is aggressive also. So, and he requires someone to look after him, to be behind him all the time. So obviously, this is a boy with a mental health problem, and this is what is called as the problem behavior or challenging behavioral problem. Let's move on to another case. This is a girl who is around 12, 13 years, and she is going with Down syndrome. She is going to a special school, and for the last 3-4 months, parents have noticed that she has become very cranky, and for small things, she starts crying. She is very irritable. Sometimes she refuses to go to school, and she has lost interest in all the things that she was doing earlier. Her sleep and appetite is disturbed, and her face doesn't look right at all like before, and it appears very dull. So obviously, this girl is going through some emotional difficulty. This is a typical example of emotional problem, and this girl probably has had depression. These examples are real life examples, and it turned out that her depression was secondary to a lot of stressors that she was facing in the school and at home. So so there are many such problems, behavioral and emotional and other kinds of mental health problems that children with Down syndrome and even adults with Down syndrome can develop and face in their life. A simple classification of this I will provide. One is problem behaviors or challenging behaviors. There are many names for the behavioral problems, etc. Like, for example, the example that I gave, somebody with, and when there is hyperactivity, inattentiveness, impulsivity, aggression is one kind. The other kind is, children who are very disobedient, don't listen to adults, always say no to everything, and argue for everything, very stubborn, demanding, and too much, and not following instructions, sometimes having temper tantrums. Like screaming, shouting, and then sometimes lying down on the floor and then throwing the legs and feet around. So this is another kind. Similarly, other kinds of problem behaviors are, children who have head banging and similar kinds of self-injurious behaviors, and sometimes some emotional behavioral inappropriate behaviors, and so on. The other kind of problems, mental health problem, is emotional difficulties or emotional problems or emotional disturbances, like the girl that we saw that she had. It can be in the form of sadness, depression, loss of interest, and crying spells and clinging to parents, etc. Or it could be in the form of fearfulness and anxiety, being tense all the time, and very scared, frightened for small things. That's another kind of problem, which are called as anxiety problems. And one type of anxiety problem which can be there in many children with Down syndrome is the social anxiety problem or social anxiety difficulties, when they're very shy, very inhibited in new places with new people, with strangers and social situations, and they don't interact much with people, whereas at home they might be interacting very well. This is another kind of emotional difficulty that children with Down syndrome can have. Many of these, as I mentioned, are stress-related, and a variety of different kinds of behavioral emotional difficulties can come with stress. Then, of course, there are problems with sleeping and feeding that they can have, and they also can be signs of mental health disturbance. Rarely, these children and adults also can have more severe mental health problems. And these may be in the form of what's called as obsessive compulsive disorder, where there is a lot of compulsive repetitive behaviors, or severe stereotypies sometimes these children may have, which are very difficult to stop. Or there may be more severe problems such as psychotic disorders, for example, bipolar affective disorder. Now, what is the cause? Why do children with Down syndrome develop mental health problems? There are a number of reasons, and I will focus on reasons which are more easily amenable, which one can manage, and they are, once the cause is managed, the problem also comes down. For example, a lot of problems, as I mentioned, are stress related. The stress can be in the form of loss of, sometimes loss of self-esteem, also loss of something, or it can be death of near and dear people. It can be separation, and it can be disturbances in the family, interpersonal relationships, or sometimes it can be too much of punishment, criticism, abuse, etc. And another type of stress is trauma, or what is called as frightening experiences. And they also can disturb the child's mental health, and they will make them develop a lot of behavioral emotional difficulties. The other kind is disturbed family, relationships and interactions. Children may be very, affected by such things, and they might develop some problems. The other important reason is inappropriate parenting and child rearing practices. There may be too much of protection, more involvement, and sometimes too much of criticism, and too much of permissiveness. Parents take too much of pity on the child, don't do discipline, and such children are more likely to become more and more adamant, stubborn, and start making a lot of demands. And if their demands are not satisfied, they might even indulge in aggression. So there are a number of other reasons, biological reasons, why children with Down syndrome can develop mental health. So a detailed evaluation always reveals a set of causes. Sometimes the cause may not be evident at all. Okay, now what to do about any mental health problems when they occur? First of all, I think first to note is that many of the mental health problems are preventable. Now, how do you prevent if the children are, given the right kind of care, affection, protection, stimulation, training, and a chance to shine, and chance to show, utilize whatever talents and abilities that they have. And many children with Down syndrome have a lot of right brain skills. They are good in music, good in rhythm, good in dancing, good in imitation, and good in theatrical performances, good in sometimes with eye-hand coordination. So if they have a chance to express themselves in these ways, their self-esteem goes up, and they become that more resilient and resistant to falling, having mental health problems. So the second thing that I would like to say about mental health problem, early detection and intervention. When these problems start, it's better to notice them early and take the necessary steps so that they don't become big and more difficult to handle. And the third set of interventions, which every parent should know, is parent-mediated home-based interventions itself. Many of the these behavioral emotional problems can be handled by parents themselves under professional supervision, and this is called as parent management training, and they are not too difficult to understand in practice. And once the parents learn and start doing that, many of the problems can go away. Sometimes, of course, the problems are very severe, and they require more detailed expert evaluation, and also medication if whenever it is necessary. If there is any concomitant physical problem, they also needs to be attended. And another important point about management of the uh, behavioral emotional problem, if the child is having some stress, I think the steps to minimize or bring down the stress also is important, and helping these children to cope with stress also can be done. Now, what happens to children with mental health problems when they develop these problems? With the right kind of treatment and management, most of them recover, do well, and and then they come back, regain their original state of functioning, and so one can be hopeful that it's possible to get rid of or overcome or manage or treat these mental health problems. So to summarize, people with Down syndrome can enjoy good and positive mental health. Sometimes problems in mental health can come, and recognize these problems, especially in an early stage, and taking the necessary steps will help them to get out of these problems. And parent-mediated interventions such as parent management training are very useful in the management of mental health problems. Thank you very much.